As I've said so many times in my previous videos, trading is not an easy way to make money. Trading is simple, but trading is not easy. The reason I say that it's simple is that there isn't that much to know. The reason I say it's not easy is because you can lose your money in trading, and nobody trades to lose money. So let's go to the simple part. There are only 6 trade setups that you have to know in trading: gap, support and resistance, trend, time and price, momentum, and candlestick. You see it here on my chart. In addition to those 6 trade setups, you should know the previous day's close. Easy, right? The previous day's close, where prices closed in the market you're trading the previous day. Now, I only use regular trading hours, not overnight trading hours. And in addition to the previous close, you should know the stochastics or relative strength index. Some people like relative strength. I like stochastics that you see on my chart at the bottom. And I also use the Taylor trading zone, the calculations developed by George Taylor in the 1950s. And many professional traders use this trading zone in Taylor's calculations as well. And so let's go into these 6 trade setups. Learning 6 trade setups, of course, is simple. The key is to be able to recognize them and confirm them with your confirmation indicator, which for me is stochastics. For you, it might be relative strength index or another indicator. I use stochastics. Either they're overbought or oversold to confirm a trade setup. Typically a hammer at the bottom of a decline or a hanging man at an upswing, at the top of an upswing. But there are candlestick patterns. There are confirming indicators. There's the Taylor trading zone, and then there's the gap, which of course is one of the 6 trade setups. And so if you're going to be able to learn to trade successfully or be able to trade successfully, another thing that you should be aware of is overtrading is your enemy. Trading should not be done every day. In fact, most days are not going to be successful for traders. Scalpers, in particular, trade multiple times a day, could execute 15, 20 trades a day, and spend a lot of money in commissions in doing it. On the other hand, if you are looking for a trade setup and the confirmation with the stochastic or your relative strength index, you're not going to see it that often. So let's talk about the Taylor trading zone. In my previous videos, and I'll repeat it here, when prices open in the middle of the Taylor trading zone, of course, they're going to go either up or down. And the trick is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Are you going to guess right or wrong if you're just using a trading zone? Well, if prices open in the middle of a trading zone, you don't know. And there's no confirmation. So probably best to leave it alone. But the trading zone offers huge opportunities for 30, 40, 50 or more point trades. And let me explain on this chart. I'll illustrate. Here on August 12th, prices opened just about in the middle of the calculated trading zone, vacillated wildly for the day in the morning, and at about 11 a.m. broke through the intraday high, the previous high, and traded up and possibly gained another 15, 20 points. But still in all, you'd have to wait for until about 11 o'clock to confirm that prices were going to test and exceed the previous day's high. Let's go back another day. August 11th, Monday. On Monday, again, prices opened up right at the previous close in the middle of the trading zone. Are they going to go up? Are they going to go down? Who knows? Leave it alone. There's risk involved. Significant risk. There are 5 points between each horizontal line on this chart. The trading zone is a very good indicator of the range for the day, but you really have to know how to use the trading zone, and if prices open in the middle of the trading zone, you're at a disadvantage. Let's go back a previous day. On Friday, August 8th, where do prices open? Again, in the middle of the trading zone. Now, I'm not talking about the 6 trade setups, and of course, you can trade the 6 trade setups. Here where prices open, okay, at 9:30, prices rose up, but the stochastics were already overbought, okay? So Would you buy it at the overbought stochastics? Well, you might have. You probably wouldn't, because the stochastics were overbought. And so they were overbought, but prices were still going up. So that's not a very good way to use stochastics. Stochastics are meant to confirm a price movement, a candlestick setup. And there's no candlestick setup to confirm. Sure, stochastics are overbought, but there's nothing to confirm it. They're not confirming anything. And so let's go back another day. Here on Thursday, August 7th. And unlike the previous days, prices opened well above the trading zone. And they were choppy in the morning, and they were always very choppy in the morning, but that's to be expected. But the trading zone is a guide. And again, there are 5 points between each horizontal line on this chart. And look where prices traded on Thursday, August 7th. Down into the trading zone from the resistance at 63.95 down to support at 63.40. And forget about the days where the price opens in the middle of the trading zone. Of course, if you know the 6 trade setups and you can recognize a candle setup, one of the candlestick patterns that indicate a setup. And again, I'll mention a hammer at the bottom of a decline, confirmed by a stochastic or relative strength indicator, then by all means take the trade. But you have to know to look for the pattern, the candle, the hammer, and look for the confirming indicator. And that's how you trade. But again, here are 5 days that I've taken you through. Thursday, August 7th, Friday, August 8th, Monday, August 11th, Tuesday, August 12th. Is that 4 days? 4 days, okay? Only one day was a good day to trade, where prices opening well above the calculated trading zone. And you notice prices always trade inside the trading zone. Well, how about that? The trading zone is an accurate depiction of where prices are likely to trade the following day. And I draw the trading zone on my chart every day using the Taylor Trading Calculator. I calculate the numbers and I draw a simple rectangle on my chart, and that's it. I'm set up for the day. So that's my video for today. Marv Eisen from Timeless Dollar Trading Academy. Trade safely, use lots of patience. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in my next video.